Hey everyone, this is the hike to Desert Queen Mine, and I'm at the mine area right now. It's an old mine. It was actually one of the most profitable gold mines here in Southern California, and it was running until 1961, and now it's just sort of ruins. There's some mine shafts like that. Interesting to look around, but it's also a beautiful hike because it's not all mines. You get the beauty of Joshua Tree. And if you want to go to the mine, it's about 2 miles round trip. You can keep going further to a place called Eagle Cliff, which is another smaller mine with a little remains of a settlement and a beautiful overlook to the south, I think. But it's a nice overlook, nice place for a picnic and a bite. That's 4 miles round trip, and that's just past the mine. Now the trail is kind of fun when you go past here. It gets a little more primitive. There's some boulders and stuff, so no hardcore climbing or scrambling, but enough to make it interesting. So I definitely recommend going all the way if you have the time and the inclination. And if you want to learn more about the hikes, I have full guides on HikingGuy.com where I have the maps and information on the trail, what to bring, what to look out for. But otherwise, here are the turn-by-turn directions. So the hike starts at a small parking area shared with the Pine City hike. The trail for Desert Queen is just to the right of the primitive toilet here. And it's a wider trail. It's actually the old mining road to the mine, so pretty easy to follow. And the first kind of intersection you're going to have is this one to the right. Now it's going to look like you want to go straight, and there's actually an alternate route back that visits some other ruins, and you would come back on that straight path. But we're going to go to the right here to get to Desert Queen Mine. And from here it goes a little downhill. You can see some artifacts down on the ground there, some rusty cans and stuff. Please leave those things as they are. Don't touch them. Don't take them. They are artifacts. They are protected. And we're going to continue going straight here on the trail, and eventually you kind of come back to this road area, and you can actually see some of the pavement that was here originally, and the mines in the distance over there. People speculate that these mine roads are actually paved or had gravel on them, which makes sense if you're having wagon trains taking gold out of here. Now when you come to this plateau, it's a little tricky. It's going to feel like you want to go to the right, but actually the trail goes down here to the left and starts to wind around and go down towards the mine. So we're going to follow this down towards the mine here. Eventually it gets a little bit wider like a road once again, and you're going to get some pretty sweet views of the mine over there to the left. You can see the tailings, which are the rocks that come out of the mine right there. There's a mine shaft, and you actually see the trail going up on the other side, which is where we're going. Now you can explore all around the mine if you'd like to. There's all kinds of different nooks and crannies here, just be careful. Then we get to the bottom, we're going to cross this wash. It's called Gold Dust Wash. Actually goes all the way out and around back to Park Boulevard. Not many miles, but a decent amount of miles away from here. But we're going to go straight through here, and then stay on the trail to the left and start heading up towards the mine here on this little climb. Now the first thing you're going to see is this mine shaft, and all the mine shafts here are blocked off, but you could probably get in there if you really wanted to. I don't recommend it. There are bats that I've seen fly in and out of these mines, so be careful if you are exploring here and be respectful. We're going to keep hiking up, and as you go up here, you're going to get some nice views down into Gold Dust Gulch, the mine shafts, and there's some mine equipment down there as well that you can check out. But otherwise, we're going to keep on heading up, and there's some kind of big heavy-duty old mine equipment here. It's actually from Chicago, and has survived many years in the harsh environment here. Beefy steel parts. And then we're going to keep heading up, and right after that there's a mine shaft. It looks like you can kind of go into it right here. It's actually blocked off inside, but it's fun to go there. You can imagine how crazy it was working here, especially in the heat of the summer, inside of these mines with a pickaxe, taking out rock and ore. Had to be pretty intense way back when. But we're going to continue up to the very top here, and at the very top there's some mine shafts in the ground that you can explore. And there's a few different ways you can go here. You can go through this little hole, but you can just go check out these mine shafts, and this is Desert Queen Mine. So if you want to go home and just do the 2-mile hike, you can just turn around here after you explore. But otherwise, let me show you the extension to Eagle Cliff Mine. So the hike to Eagle Cliff is a little more primitive than the first half of the hike. If you have a GPS, it will help to load the GPX file that I have on the website on there. But basically, to start it, from the mine shafts up top, you're just going to continue to the east here. And now there's a lot of little trails because people explore all over the place here. But you're just going to go through the trails, and eventually you're going to see the trail continue off into the distance. Now the trails are smaller, but there are a decent amount of people who go on these trails, and you can see after a little while it turns into a trail. It's definitely smaller than before, but it is a trail. You're going to continue along this ridge here, and then it's going to go up to the top of the ridge and across. Down to the left will be the wash, gold dust wash that kind of goes up and twists around back to the mine. Or we're going to go straight here and go away from the wash and up this little valley here through some boulders. And right after this point, the hike goes through these boulders here. And it's not really hidden. The trail leads in here, so it's pretty easy to follow, but it does go through here. And it's not a scramble by any means, but it does go through. Neat little erosion here on the right where the elements have worn through the rock. And once you get through there, you're going to bear to the left here. There's some little use trails off to the right. We're going to bear to the left and keep on going. And again, having a GPS will help you here with the GPX file. You just follow the line. We're going to keep going here, and eventually you're going to come up into this little valley. And you're going to be surrounded on all sides by kind of stone walls and boulders here. We're basically going to go straight up to the rock pile in the distance and go up there. It's a little bit of a climb. It's not too intense, but it is a climb. You are going to go through these boulders at the ends. It is not a scramble. You don't have to lift yourself up or risk your life and limb to get up here. They're more like big steps. But you do have to go up here, so watch your footing, watch your handhold. And once you get up here, you're going to pass another mine shaft there on the right. Another cool one. You can check that out, and then just continue on to the left here. Go through these rocks. Once you get through here, the trail is going to be a trail, very easy to follow. You're going to descend down towards Eagle Cliff Mine. Here you can see the descent. Now, there is a very cool site here called the Boulder House. And I'm not going to include any pictures of it or tell you how to get there. If you go to Eagle Cliff Mine, which is right here, this is the mine area, and the mine's right here on the right. There's a neat little mine shaft in the trees. If you explore around enough, you'll be able to find the Boulder House. That's where the mine is. All I ask is that you do not take anything or move anything or disturb anything at the Boulder House. I have seen things gone missing from there, and it's pretty sad. Even if you can't find the Boulder House, you can go all the way to the end here, and there's some great views down that wash that kind of hooked around where we came in. And yeah, nice place to grab a bite. When you're done here, you just turn around and you go back the way you came, and that's the whole hike.
So that's the hike, Desert Queen Mine. If you're watching on YouTube, I have a link to the article right underneath the video. Make sure you go there to get all the maps and all that stuff. If you are watching on YouTube, if you could click that little thumbs up, that helps other people find the video, hopefully do the hike safely, not fall down a mine shaft or something fun like that. And if you have any questions, just put them in the comments. I do my best to answer them all. And if you want more hikes in Joshua Tree, maybe ones that don't go to mining sites, just natural beauty, I have a bunch of them on Hiking Guy. I have a whole page dedicated to Joshua Tree hikes. So that's that. I'll see you guys out there.